Hi everybody, this is Cassandra. Welcome back to Cassandra's Garden. This is part 3 of the best homemade creamy macaroni and cheese ever. Let's get started. This is what you're going to need to start off with. You're going to need 16 ounces of elbow macaroni noodles. You're going to need 2 cups of chicken broth. You can also use vegetable broth if you prefer. I've tried them with both and they're both equally amazing. 1 16-ounce bottle of spring water, 4 ounces of cream cheese, 3 tablespoons of, this is the secret ingredient, mascarpone cheese. Oh my God, this is a complete game changer. 8 ounces of cheddar cheese, chopped in blocks, or cubes, excuse me, it's a block of cheddar cheese, chopped in cubes. 4 tablespoons of butter, chopped in cubes. 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, a half a teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of pepper. Now, we're going to come over here before we do anything, and we're going to make the white sauce. And this is what you're going to need, so bear with me. I'm doing this one-handed. I'm a one-woman show here, people, so please forgive me. For the white sauce, you're going to need 4 tablespoons of butter, 4 tablespoons of sifted flour, and 2 cups of milk. I'm using 2%, and then a half a teaspoon of salt. So what you're going to do is you're going to put the, let's see how I can do this. You're going to put the butter, we're going to turn it on a medium heat. I have it actually on a medium-low heat. We're going to start it out on a medium-low heat so that the butter can just melt, and I'm just gathering it up with a spoon. It's already room temperature, so I took it out and I cut it up while it was cold. And then I've just been letting it sit here to get soft so that it wouldn't have any trouble. And as you can see, I'm just putting it in the pot, getting all the little cubes because I'm doing this one-handed. Oh my goodness. There we go. Okay. I need a spoon anyway, so we're going to get that butter good and melted. We're going to go ahead and add our salt. We're going to go ahead and add our sifted 4 tablespoons of flour. This is called the white sauce. And I'm going to tell you, my kids love this white sauce. There have been times where they just wanted the noodles and the white sauce. It is that delicious. But I'm stepping my game up a whole lot. So you're going to kind of make like, white sauce is basically kind of like what Italians call a roux. And some people call it a gravy. This is a white sauce, and it is delicious. Now let's go ahead and add the milk. And once everything gets melted, we're going to kind of bring it to a boil, and it's going to get really nice and thick, and then we're going to take it off the heat and let it sit, and then I'll show you what we're going to do with it later. We're going to add it to the cooked noodles in a little bit. Now, let me turn this up to start the boiling process. You're going to notice that the flour will clump up, even though I sifted it. That's where the boiling comes in, and it will loosen. I'm going to put these dishes to the side so that my cleanup will be a whole lot easier. And just bear with me for just a second. I've got to get this. You got to stir it constantly. So make sure that you do that. I always got flour on my hands. Then I'm just going to take the flour that's stuck to the spoon and just get it off. I'm going to bring this to a boil. Let me get the lid for that pot. And it's going to get thick. It's going to get really good and thick. Sorry, y'all have to see my messy kitchen. It's a little messy right now. This is going to boil. And we have to do this first because you don't want to scorch your milk and you don't want it to boil over. So I'm just kind of mashing up those clumps of flour. Normally they don't get this bad, but I'm not recording when I do it. This is going to get really nice and thick. And it is a delicious sauce to put over noodles. Also helps with the creaminess of this recipe. Okay, it is starting to break up really nicely. I'm going to show you in just a second what it's going to look like. But you have to stir this constantly when you've got it on high. Now I'm just going to whisk it. Okay, now I'm going to bring you with me, please, if you don't mind, now that I've got everything, now that I've got all the clumps out. And the key is just constant stirring. That's why before you begin anything with this process, you must make the white sauce first. I can see it getting thicker. I can feel it on my whisk that it's getting thicker, and that is exactly what we want. Now, as you can see, there's no more lumps. Let me show you. Grab the spoon, and you can see it starting to get really nice and thick. That is so what we want right there. Now, oh yeah, it's getting nice and thick. That's what we want. You can start to see and feel the consistency change within seconds after it gets, to a certain degree. Now this is getting really nice and thick. Let me show you. And I'm going to take it off the heat. See, you can start to see how thick and beautiful that's getting. Now, let's get this off the heat. And we're just going to set it to the side and let it cool, and it's going to be really nice and thick. Now, let's get this going. Okay, alrighty. We're going to start with the butter. And oh my word, I'm going to have such a hard time getting that butter in there. So you know what I'm going to do? Before I worry about that, I'm going to put my water in there. I'm sorry, I'm doing this one-handed. Give me 1 second. I'm still with you. I'm going to get this in here. I'm going to pour my spring water in here. I prefer spring water. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Now we're going to add the butter while I got you right there. And it's going to be so much easier for me. Let's go ahead and add that butter. Perfect. Now I can take you with me the rest of the way. I'm so sorry about that. Okay. Now we've got the water and the butter in there. We're going to go ahead. We're going to add these noodles. All right, perfect. I'll set that right there. Get all my dishes ready to be placed in the dishwasher. There we go. I cannot stand my house to get messy, and sometimes it just gets horrible. I hate it when it gets that way. Now we're going to add the chicken broth. Make sure you add the chicken broth at this stage. Okay? That is very important because It's really going to season the noodles. Hey, baby. My son just walked in. So, and you want to do it in a saucepan. And you'll see why in just a few minutes.
No.
Yes, baby. Hold on a second, baby. Hold on. Hold on, baby. Don't worry about that right now. Say hey to everybody.
Oh, come here, man. I'm sorry.
What? What is it?
Come here.
Oh my word! What is it? See, I'm doing laundry.
I mean, I did what I could.
Oh my God! Oh my God, son! I love it. Oh my God! That's exact. Oh my God! It's so beautiful. Okay, I will be right back. I'm gonna finish this, but I'm gonna have to hug my son. Oh my God! I love it, baby. It's so beautiful.